Hello and welcome back to UglyCode. So we're gonna finish. The plan for right now is to finish off part 2 of Advent of Code, day 2, and then I'll take a break and I'll come back later on and try and tackle day 3. So yeah, after actually, hang on. There was one more thing I wanted to show. How do I go window capture? There we go. Add a window capture, and I want command prompt. So, pretty much as soon as I finished, or as soon as I ended the stream last time, I thought about it for a second, and I was like, wait a minute, I know. So, a few things that I wanted to show real quick because I just tested these in my console on my computer. So, the first example here, I've just got a set of 5 things, and I'm just using list slicing to remove the nth element and confirming that yes, that does work. And then this one was the one that I was going to I kind of shortened it down a little bit because this to be less verbose, but they both kind of illustrate the same point. This one here, what was I testing? Oh yeah, right. Testing to confirm that yes, I was correct about the syntax, that I should be able to perform 2 comparisons in one line. It was just that we were having other errors at the time, so we can add that back in. This was, okay, that was a mistake. This part here is using a list interpretation to essentially do this part here, which we'll use coming up in the solution. So this is the list slicing that takes out the nth element, and and then it's just applying that on every value of n for the entire length of foo. So if there's 3 elements, it'll return 3 different copies of the set, each missing 1 element. And then with this one, I've taken the full set of foo, so ABC, and tacked that on at the beginning here. So first I'm wrapping that in square brackets to make it its own list, and then appending it to the, or prepending, I guess, because I'm actually appending the list comprehension. There we go, the list comprehension. And then, so that returns us the full list plus all of the sublists. Because I figure, since I'm not trying to optimize this, I really just want to check and see if any of those lists, we're trying to check and see if any of those lists will satisfy the safety checks, and if they do, then that's good enough. That's the one that we go with. So rather than having it as like a multiple stage process, I'll just make it as one function that can be called and does all the checks, and another one here that breaks up any input list into all of its sublists and just tests everything. And what else? And this part is just iterating over it and printing it out to show its contents. And this part here is, okay, so this is using a function as a stand-in for, so later on this will be replaced with something like check safety. But for now, I'm just pretending that, okay, well, the safety check is does the list contain 3 elements? If it does, then return true. Okay, so one of the lists returns true. And then if I wrap that in an any, or a call to the any method, then it returns, okay, well, instead of returning all 4 of them, because we don't really care which one it is, all we really care about is, do any of them return true? If so, then it's true. That's what we care about. So if either the, if calling the check safety, we'll call it, the method will be check safety. If calling check safety on any of these lists returns true, then the whole thing returns true. And then we do that for where was I? There was something else somewhere else that I was thinking we could also use the all. And within the method, we can probably use the all method to check every single when we're iterating over the pairs of of levels within a report. When we're iterating over those, we can use the all method to make sure that every single one of them returns true. Because again, if any of them returns false, we don't really care which one. All we care is that it's unsafe. So we can use any and all to do that. So let's get that out of the way and try to solve this. Where's the puzzle text? Why is that not showing? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this is where we left off. Now, let me bring up my HDMI so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I've got my keyboard here. So we also... Oh, my keyboard's off, that's why. Okay. So let's just bring up the history here so I can see what I'm doing first. So there's 2 lines that I need to rerun. Or was it that far back? There we go. That's one of them. Excuse me. That's where I was initializing it, and then the history should be just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So the parts that I care about are. Actually, now that I've got this here, I can just type out a function. So we'll define check safety, and it will take, was it 1 parameter or 2? The first one is the list. Second one that I wanted to pass it. Maybe not, because no, I think all it really needs is the list, and then it knows which rules to apply inside of it. Yeah, I think I'm confusing it with, there was a second version of it that I was thinking about, where I could pass it. No, I'm not really sure what the point of that, having a parameter would be, because if you pass it a list, you could just have it perform all the permutation, not permutations, but the copies that are you know what I mean, the copies that are minus one element. Okay, so let's just try passing it the input list, because I don't think I need anything else. We can always change it later if I need to add something. Okay, so for a given input list, and an input list will be like a report. Yeah, so we'll start by assuming that it's safe. And then I think basically most of this will be the for report and reports list. Or, not list. Loop. Yeah. In fact, you know what, I'll just scroll back up to that because I don't need to type most of that out. Actually, I wonder if, let me just try highlighting it with my mouse. Oh wait, no, because those are going to paste as spaces. Yeah. So, even if I wrote it as tabs, I'm pretty sure if I highlight it and use the what is it, the middle mouse button or right mouse button? One of the two of them makes it paste, but it pastes it as highlighted, which if it's highlighted in the editor, it converts it to spaces for some reason. Oh, no. I needed to change that line. Actually, you know what? I use report everywhere else in that block, so that's what I'm going to change. I'm just going to rename it here. Okay, so yeah, that's all good. And do we even need to print it out? Yeah, I guess it wouldn't hurt, because that's the only place it gets printed otherwise. Yes. Now this is one of those things that I could change to be better, so I'm just going to take abs int level A minus in level B and put that right in here. I think that was the part that I wanted to change into a list comprehension. Oh well, we'll come back to that. One thing at a time. So yeah, for now we'll just check and make sure that it's in range. store the value. So actually no, whatever. We don't care what the difference is. All we care about is safe. Okay. Now, oh, and then we also need the else block. Else. Actually, you know what? Let's just copy that one. Okay, now that's where I'm just going to return the value of safe. Okay, so let's just check reports 0. Okay, and now if we call check safety on report 0, or reports 0, which is the 0th report. Okay, unsafe, and why? Why does it say it's unsafe? It says it's unsafe because, because it's not sorted. Yes, so that one is going to come back as unsafe. What about... Yeah, that's working. Safe, 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 unsafe. Because that is sorted, but it has a duplicate, so that's working. Now, if we just combine that with... hang on, I want to see my code from the command line here. Actually, there. Now I can see both. Not quite. How do I get rid of that? Start menu is... Oh, no, it's... Okay. Let's take a look at what I was going to write there. Oh, hang on, we need to... Okay, first... we need to reset that to 0. And let's also just double check reports. Okay, that's correct. Now, if we were to... Actually, yeah, let's do for report in reports. If check safety report safe count plus equals 1. Yeah, 624. Okay, so that's the answer that we got yesterday. That is correct. Now, let's reset that to 0 before we start this. Okay. So, for report in reports, so for every report, we're going to, if any, and we want to call check safety, and we want sub-report. For sub-report in, and this we want to be reports plus, and this part is reports. Here's our list slicing, so we want to do colon n, so that will be all, wait, reports, no, report. Sorry, because we're dealing with a single report. Yes, because a report will be a list of levels, but we want to get rid of the nth level for, oh, hang on, in report plus, okay, yeah, no, this is right, plus report n plus report n plus 1, the n. So this will be the start of the array, so all levels up to n, excluding n, and then this one skips over n to n plus 1 at the start and finishes the rest of the array. So it will add that together for n in, what was it again? Range, and we want it to be from 0 to the length of report. Okay, close off our two round brackets and our square bracket, and a square bracket for the set at the beginning and a round bracket. So if any blah 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 blah, then safe count plus equals 0. Or plus equals 1, sorry. That should do it. Because all we're checking, all we care about, is how many of the reports have at least one sub-report, where a sub-report is either any report that's missing one level, or the full the original report. There's a way to say that in set theory, but I can't remember what the terminology for it is. Okay, so anyway, let's run that and see. Okay, what do we get? Safe count 658. Okay, let's try 658. Submit. Yay, we got the star. Okay, that's it. That's where I'm going to leave that for now. And I'll come back later and we'll do the next the challenge for day 3. See you in a little bit. Bye. Wait a sec. I just realized. Hang on. Am I showing the wrong screen here? Because that looks like it's still showing the command line. Oh, damn it. I wasn't recording any of that. Okay, well, let's at least show what the code was. full screen this so I can see what I'm doing. I'll get it to show the history. And then this is one of the reasons that I eventually want to get set up with like a second display so I can see what the stream is outputting while also working in one of the windows. So at some point I'll get that all set up so I can see what I'm doing. I think there's probably some cheap monitors on for Black Friday or something. Okay, almost. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. I should honestly just make those lines a function. Okay, so the part that we care about was right here. Defining check safety. We will copy all of this out and save it, but this part here defines the method. And then this part here was me just printing out the 0th report and testing check safety on the 0th report and the 1th report, confirming that they worked. Actually, I guess, you know what, now, yeah, now that it's showing on the screen, I might as well just rerun that part. So, printing out the 0th report. Calling check safety on the 0th report and the 1th report. There we go, confirming that it does actually return unsafe when it detects a duplicate. And then we don't really need to rerun the part that gets us the number. The important part is this one here is what actually did it. So this part here was a failed attempt, and then I reset it to 0, and then we reran it, and that got us our answer, and then we tested it. So I'm going to grab this code here, because that's the part. Actually, you know what, I'll grab everything and I'll just clean it up after the fact. I will also end the stream there because you don't really need to see me copying the code. So yeah, have a good night, and see you in a little bit.